circle, welfare. Welfare. If that ain't a hoax, welfare. It's well, all right, and it's fair to somebody, for somebody. But the biggest lie is that this, and don't get me wrong, I have been unemployed, I have been broke, I have been on welfare in my life. I don't know if there's a such thing as African American. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. Scratch that. That's not true. Everybody had. A lot of people have been in position to have needed this help. I'm grateful when the help was there. I'm grateful I got it. That help, I used it so I could hurry up and get in school, and I could hurry up and get out. And but the damages that come from getting stuck on welfare circle are generational. It's just like the generational damage that happened on these plantations. Our dysfunction with the dollar bill started here. We didn't have it in Africa. We knew a man who works eats. You make your money, you plant your goods, you farm your animals, you do whatever. For your income, you trade that for the resources you need to sustain yourself. We were not confused about that. It was when we got to the plantations in the South that we were working out there, turning those goods over, and people were looking at us like it was something wrong with us. People were talking to us like we had tails. When we were the labor force that equipped the people to take this country over, if we hadn't been that labor force, the Native Americans, bless their heart, would probably still be telling us, don't make that gas. This planet can't handle that gas. You need to just find another way to travel. Don't burn up all that oil. It's not going to be replenished. The planet can't handle all that. Don't create all them factories that's going to pollute our air and create all them chemicals to make the food grow faster and bigger and quicker. Our bodies can't take all that. When the Native American was washed off the face of this continent, his gift and his education and his resource was taken with him. So the fact that we live on a planet today, that the planet itself probably wish it could just kick us all off. If it wasn't for them humans, I'd be breathing all right today. You know, if it wasn't for these humans, I wouldn't be looking like somebody just flushed me down the toilet. So, you know, we're suffering from a lot of behaviors today that if we don't do something drastically quick, it's over. It's over. Well, it's not going to be over. We're going to be stuck. We're going to be stuck with that devastation. So this whole element that now represents the inner city is our problem. It's a problem that we have to change. And nobody else is coming to change it. I'm sorry. Little station break right there. I'm just trying to keep up with time. How are we running here? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, okay.
She's right over here.
Oh, okay. Another commercial. Sorry about that. I'm pretending to not be a rookie. So all of this devastation that's going on in the inner city is not accidental. Do not think it's accidental. There's certainly a lot of effort and energy directed to make this look like, to make this whole experience look like this. However, the good news is, just like we had some choices when it came to what we were going to do about our situations on those ships in Africa, coming from Africa to here, just like we had some decisions to make in the South on those plantations, we have some decisions to make today. We have the decision to make to decide to not make this our habitat. We can, this option way is a two-way street, which allows you, me, anybody to make a decision to go a way that's going to make my life work for me. It is time for our lives to work for us, not everybody else. So, option way is a way that leads to straight and narrow. Now, straight and narrow for a lot of people might sound like the square's way out, But somebody who didn't used to be a square, who's now a square, I can assure you that there are more cool people in the cemetery than there are on Option Way right now. So, word to the wise, cool people are the squares who are still alive. It is not cool to be a dead 28-year-old as a result of some behavior that you participated in, that you thought was cool. Thank you, Brother Lawrence. That you thought was cool. It is not cool to be a 27, 28, 29-year-old, 16-year-old dead because you were cool. Because when they drew the line in the street and said, cross that line because you crossed the line. That's not cool. That's ignorant. And ignorant, where's ignorant way? We got ignorant way here. Where is it? Well, ignorant lane is a two-way street. Stop pretending to be ignorant. That's all ignorance can get you. So, Option Way is a two-way street. And straight and narrow, really, is just a way to weed out all the insanity that you're operating with and just make some positive choices. Sacrifice lane is imperative when you're changing your life, because when you change your life, you have to make some sacrifices. You can sacrifice what you're doing that doesn't work for what you're doing that can work. It's a simple sacrifice. It ain't like you really gotta, it doesn't take rocket science. Just stop behaving in ways that don't work for you. And as an African American, if you don't have some kind of spiritual development or spiritual practice in your life, I'm a Christian, I realize that there's more than one religion on the planet. I'm not here to promote religion. I got a God, I got a Christ. It works for me. It's what my ancestors gave me. I decide to make it work for me, and I'm gonna make it work till I ain't here no more. It's my way. You ain't got to be a Christian to be whatever. But you got to have a spiritual practice so you'll know that God will take better care of you than you're capable of taking care of yourself, because if you had all the answers, you wouldn't be in the mess that you're in. I didn't get in the messes that I got in because I trusted God. I got in the messes that I got in because I trusted my own thinking, my own wounded thinking, my own damaged processes. That's what I let direct me to where I ended up. Spiritual way leads to discipline drive and self-esteem drive and freedom drive. All these are interconnected, because if you don't have any discipline, your self-esteem is not going to work for you, and your self-esteem is not going to work for you in the freedom that you find. If these aren't connected, you're just going to be free to make some more unwise decisions, some more poor choices. And that's not how you get a productive life. That's not how you make your life work for you. I know that we ran out of time, and I know that this is gonna be a 3-part series, and I can talk a lot. So I want to save, and so I can spend as much time on this as I've had all the destruction that got us here. So I really appreciate you tuning in. Please tell some friends to tune in next week at this time to hear the second part of this presentation. My name is Sister Gloria Thomas. I'm a member of the 37th Street Baptist Church. Bishop W.C. McClinton is my pastor, and it's through his direction and his insight and his love for God that is making this event possible. So I just want to say thank you to my pastor. Thank you to all my friends and my church members and my church family for showing up today. And we are going to change this world one mind at a time. Thanks.